Hi and welcome back to Normski TV. Doing a quick preview for the game tomorrow against Newcastle. Coming off the back of a win. Well, actually not a win. It was actually a draw, sorry. Crystal Palace 0-0. What a ball drab that was. How could I forget? And yeah, we go into another home game tomorrow, 8 o'clock kickoff at the Emirates, and looking at the players that are going to be available to us and whether we can do something a lot better than what we did in the last game. We just didn't show up at all. We was quite fortunate not to actually. We're quite fortunate to draw that game, should I say. Crystal Palace, they set up pretty well and had the better chances. So tomorrow we've got to come correct. Obviously we had Ainsley Maitland-Niles playing at that left back position. Kieran Tierney was out, missed that game. Pablo Marie, he's missed that game. He's likely to miss a few games according to Arteta. And so, but the good news is that Tierney is back in training, so hopefully he will be available for the game. Also, Thomas Partey has also been in training. He came on in the second half. Just needs to get himself back to match fitness, but I'd like him to be starting as well. Listen, Newcastle are going to come there and set up with 2 banks of 4, and we're going to have to try and break them down. We need the players to do that. The likes of Smith Rowe, Saka, they didn't really show up in the last game. And the game was far too slow. David Luiz, when he's playing in the side, it just looks really slow and lethargic. The backward passing, it. Ceballos and Xhaka in the middle of the park, they don't have the legs. If you've got someone like a Thomas Partey in the middle of the park, then I feel that we'll have more of a dynamic midfield. Still a long way to go concerning our midfield. We do really need to be getting, some really midfielders with some legs in there. For me, Ceballos has fallen short, and when his loan deal is up, I'll be happy to see him go. I'll be basically happy to see him go. So, Aubameyang, Lacazette, they need to turn up tomorrow. We need to see you starting to score goals, especially Aubameyang. Haven't seen you perform the way you should perform, even though you got that second goal against Newcastle in extra time. We need to see you starting to show some fight. I don't know what it is. I don't know what's happened. But listen, man, you need to find the shoot boots. I've been saying it for God knows how long now. And it's started to become pretty much boring now. You know what I mean? So, Aubameyang, come on, man. Do it for the club. You are the club captain or the team captain, whatever it is. So needed to really be firing on all cylinders come tomorrow. We need to be staying with the pack. I think we're currently off. I think we're about 10 points off top 4 or something like that. So we need to, which is not bad, but we lost too many games, drawn too many games, and our home record is not brilliant. As I said, I think we've only won at home once in the Premier League. No, tell a lie. In terms of no, that's a lie. That's a total lie. Forget that. We have won a few times at home, but it hasn't been brilliant. It hasn't been brilliant. Obviously, we beat West Ham, Sheffield United, but in the last few games, we haven't been doing too well at home. So we really need to come correct. Really need to come correct. And as I say, their danger man tomorrow will be Andy Carroll. Don't think he will start the game, but if he does, we'll have to see. I can't see him starting the game. He will kind of be probably a second half sub if the game is tight and they need to just nick that one goal. I think that's where Steve Bruce will, Callum Wilson will probably lead the line tomorrow. So we'll see what happens there. But we've got to look out for him because he's a dangerous player. Our centre backs need to be on it. The likes of Holding. It looks like Gabriel Magalhaes will be back pairing up with Holding. I would hopefully think that will be the case. I don't really want to see David Luiz partnering Holding. It has to be Gabriel Magalhaes. I hope he will start alongside Holding tomorrow. Left back, as I said, I'm hoping that Kieran Tierney is going to be fit for that and that he can, start in that position. Maitland-Niles, for me, just was not on it. He looked void of ideas, losing the ball, you name it, coming narrow when he should be sort of making the pitch wide. And so we were just all over the place. So come tomorrow, guys, we need to give a good account of ourselves. Have to give a good account of ourselves. And I'm going to go with, in terms of my starting level, who I'd like to see. Again, we know what Arteta's going to do, but I'd like to see in the back four. Obviously, Bellerin, you're going to have to start him again. Alongside him are Holding and Gabriel in that centre-back positioning, and then Kieran Tierney as the left-back with Leno in goal. So again, we're going to go with this 4-2-3-1 formation, which he seems to be playing a lot. So we'll go with this 4-2-3-1. Now, the two players in the two of midfield in front of the back four, I want to see. Do you know what? Xhaka's had a good game, so I'd keep Xhaka in and put Partey in. Xhaka to kind of play that deeper lining role, and Partey to be a bit more slightly advanced, getting those balls up to our midfield like Smith Rowe, Saka or Aubameyang. So I'd go with Xhaka and Partey as in the two Holding, and then the three, Saka on the right, Smith Rowe in that hole again, Aubameyang on the left, and then Lacazette up front. That's the team that I would like to see tomorrow. Hopefully, it looks a strong side. Don't care who's on the bench. I mean, obviously, the likes of Luiz will probably be there, Eddie Nketiah, we know, Nicolas Pepe. Man like Nicolas Pepe, you need to, when you do come, you need to be doing a lot better than what you've been doing for the last couple of games. If you want to cement that place, from what I've seen over the last few games, just ain't doing it for me. Just ain't doing it for me. So you got to step up. You got to step up. Obviously, Joe Willock will be there. Obviously, Runnison, but hopefully we won't need him. But we'll see what happens. So that's what I'm going with. Newcastle don't have a good record at the Emirates. So, as I said, we need to break down that 2 banks of 4, because they are going to come and play on the counter. We got to be careful of a number of their players, as I said, have to be careful because they have got quick players. I think St. Maximin is still injured, so I don't think he's going to be playing. But as I said, Callum Wilson will be there. I think Ryan Fraser now plays for them, but I think he'll probably, as a sub, he'll probably come on. But we just need to make sure that we take the game to them. Let's not be playing this slow, pragmatic football that I've been seeing. Get away from Arteta ball. Let's move the ball around quickly, and let's get out of the blocks really quick and put this game to bed quickly. As I said, our record is really good against Newcastle at the Emirates. So come on, let's keep that going. I'm going to go for a predicted... we just had a 0-0. I'm going to go with a 2-0. Going to go with a 2-0 to the Arsenal. We'll go with a 2-0 to the Arsenal, and hopefully come the review, player ratings, I will be happily marking these players and giving them some good scores. But please, please, please do not let me down. Please, Arsenal, come on, got to do it. Just to kind of finish, just nothing much in the transfer news. Obviously, we know about Ozil going to Fenerbahce and terminating his contract so he can go on a free. So looking forward to that. I really drank to that yesterday. And, it's just good that he's coming off the books. We do, and we are still looking for a midfielder. No news. It's been quite quiet today concerning midfielder. We've been linked with Benduia, Julian Brandt. There's a number of players that we've been linked with. As of yet, nothing is concrete yet. We've only got probably about 2.5 weeks, if that, left of the transfer window. I think it closes I think it's the 1st or the 2nd of February. So Arsenal need to get their fingers out and start getting the players in. There's talk of us looking at a goalkeeper, which was Neto. Apparently he put in for a transfer request at Barcelona, But according to Ronald Koeman, he ain't going nowhere because they need all the players that they can get. He's the number 2 to their first choice keeper. And so he has put in a request, but it looks like it's been turned down. And if anything, the likelihood is that if we do go for a permanent keeper, we'll look at going for him maybe in the summer. Can't see us doing anything now with Barcelona refusing to let him go. We have been linked with a keeper from Swansea, because obviously we're struggling to get this keeper. This guy's name is Woodman. He's only 23. He's currently playing on loan as the number 1 at Swansea City in the Championship, and he's doing pretty well. He's contracted to Newcastle, and I think I don't know how long he's got left on his deal, but he's 6'2" tall, and if the price is right, maybe Arsenal will go in for him in this transfer window. Again, with Swansea, I think lying 2nd in the league and doing pretty well. I don't know if they're going to want to let him go. And that is the thing, is trying to get players away at this stage during the January transfer window. It's a very difficult window to do business because we're halfway through the season, and wherever teams are, whether they're fighting for their lives or near the top or whatever, they're going to look at this to say, well, we need that particular player or person because they're the ones that are actually keeping us from being relegated or getting us in the top 4 to, when I say top 4, getting us into promotion, especially from the Championship. So this guy Woodman, as I said, it's something that Arsenal are possibly looking at. Whether we get him or not, again, is we'll just have to wait and see what happens there. But it is what it is. Just other news. I did speak about this, I think yesterday. I didn't touch on it and go into depth, but this rumour again coming out again. The fact that Lacazette and Arteta, their relationship is pretty strained. Even though he's been playing and doing pretty well, apparently it's quite strained. He's got 18 months left on his contract, and there's talk that Arsenal will be willing to let him go. I don't see it happening this month. If anything, it will happen in the summer. He has not put pen to paper or even sat down to look at extending his contract. So he's 28, 29, and there's talk that Atletico Madrid, according to the Spanish outlet AS, that this long-standing affiliation with Diego Simeone, he does like this player. And there's a possibility that he could go to Atletico in the summer. He's still very much interested in him. And as I said, we've apparently strained relationships with Arteta. I don't know what's going on with Arteta and his man management and just the way he's falling out with a lot of players. David Luiz, where he fell out with, obviously Guendouzi, he's shipped off to for Berlin, I think it was. It's just so many players that he's falling out with. So I really don't know whether that story is true or not, but this seems to be the rumours that's been sort of flying around concerning Lacazette. As I say, other players at the moment is just being pretty much quiet. So tomorrow maybe we'll get some more news, especially concerning Ozil, and hopefully he'll be on his private jet or somebody else's private jet flying to Fenerbahce. Apparently he said bye-bye to his teammates and everything. Let's just hope that he quickly signs that contract for Fenerbahce and we see the back of him for the last time. Listen, guys, thanks for watching the channel. Please like, subscribe, and share. I won't be doing a watch along tomorrow. I was going to do a watch along, but I won't be able to do it. So apologies to everybody. But listen, obviously after the game, we'll hopefully be doing a review. I don't know if it's going to be straight after or the following day, but you'll definitely get a review and player ratings concerning how we get on the following day. So listen, take care. Again, please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you on the next one. Take care.